Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to the Thai Expat Daily Show. I'm your host, Kira Mack, as always, and delighted you've been able to tune in with us yet again for another show. Now, before we do get started, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when the next podcast is available on the platform. Now, if you like listening to us on a podcast player, link down below in the description and you will find all the available podcast platforms that the show is hosted on. And finally, if you want to support the show, the easiest and the best way is just become a channel member. Link down below in the description, and it's as simple as hitting join. So now that's all done and dusted, let's jump into the top trending stories here in Thailand today. A routine morning visit to the toilet turned into a nightmare for a local man on August 21st when he was bitten on the testicles by a python lurking in the toilet bowl. The man, identified on Facebook as Tenet Tang Tiwanan, shared his harrowing experience as a cautionary tale for others, especially during the rainy season, which can bring snakes into homes. According to local media, Mr. Tenet began his day as usual by heading to the bathroom, making sure to flush the toilet first, a habit he has done for a long time. However, after sitting down, he was shocked by a sudden intense pain. He quickly realized the source of his discomfort. A snake had clamped its jaws onto his scrotum. In a panic, he jumped up, causing the snake to release its grip and fall back into the toilet. Determined to deal with the situation, Mr. Tenet attempted to pull the snake out but found it too strong. He eventually grabbed a cleaning brush and used it to beat the python until it died. A security guard was later called to assist in removing the reptile from the toilet. Mr. Tenet immediately went to the hospital where he received treatment for the bite. Fortunately, the injury was minor since the snake was non-venomous. A Pheu Thai MP plans to file an urgent motion in the House of Representatives demanding an investigation into a constitutional court judge controversial comments regarding the People's Party and its receipt of 20 million baht in public donations. The judge in question, Udam Sitiwaratam, was part of the Constitutional Court panel that ruled to dissolve the Move Forward Party after it was found guilty of attempting to undermine the monarchy. Now, by undermine, we mean just kind of change the 112 Lèse Majesté law and edit it slightly. The court's decision also barred 11 members of the party's executive committee from running for office for the next 10 years. At a recent seminar on the party's dissolution, Judge Udam reportedly stated, "Frankly speaking, they should thank me for dissolving the party. I helped them raise as much as 20 million baht in donations." Pheu Thai Party MP Adisorn Pingkez criticized the remark, stating that it was a serious matter, not because of the party's dissolution, but due to the ethical implications for a judge. He expressed that such a statement is inappropriate and shows contempt for a political party, which is unbecoming of a judge. Adisorn emphasized that judges, like MPs, senators, and ministers, must adhere to strict ethical standards. In a related development, former election commissioner Somchai Sirisakiakorn noted that a petition could be filed to investigate the judge's conduct. He highlighted the ethical code for the Constitutional Court judges, specifically referencing item 17, which mandates that judges must avoid actions that could harm the judiciary reputation, and item 23, which requires judges to treat others with respect, transparency, and impartiality. Somchai added that the judge's comments could serve as grounds for filing a complaint with the National Anti-Corruption Commission under Section 234 of the Constitution. Pheu Thai's flagship 10,000 baht digital wallet policy is expected to proceed, with initial funds likely to be distributed in cash to vulnerable groups via welfare cards, according to a source. Originally intended for 50 million Thais, the scheme faced uncertainty after the Constitutional Court dismissal of Srettha Thavisin as Prime Minister. However, the source confirmed the plans remains intact but will be revised to focus on registered vulnerable individuals under a 122 billion baht budget. Cash distribution through the welfare card, introduced during the Prayut administration, is being considered. Caretaker Deputy Prime Minister Phumtham reiterated that the Pheu Thai remains committed to its election promise, though adjustments may be made for practicality. Final details will be announced after the new cabinet is sworn in. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra recently assured that the program won't be abandoned, but will be carefully reviewed to ensure fiscal responsibility. People's Party leader Sirakana has urged Paetongtarn to clarify the scheme in Parliament. Funding could come from the 2024 budget, with a supplementary bill already approved. Meanwhile, coalition parties have submitted ministerial candidate lists, which are now undergoing rigorous background checks to avoid legal issues like those that led to Sareta's dismissal. The checks, overseen by agencies like the National Anti-Corruption Commission and the Election Commission, aim to ensure candidates meet the legal and ethical standards before assuming office. Thai hoteliers have voiced concerns over the cabinet's approval of 280 million baht for tourism packages offered by online travel agents, fearing that most of the revenue will go to foreign platforms, leaving local operators with minimal benefits. The cabinet recently approved this budget for the Tourism Authority of Thailand to collaborate with 9 OTAs promoting packages from August to September. However, the president of the Thai Hotels Association criticized the plan, noting that the TAT has not disclosed key details such as the subsidy amounts and performance indicators. He questioned whether the scheme would effectively attract tourists to Thailand or boost hotel bookings. He pointed out that many OTAs involved pay taxes abroad, charging local hotels 17 to 30% in fees, and that similar past initiatives had limited impact, with hotels in secondary cities reporting less than 5% revenue growth. He suggested alternative strategies like cash vouchers for tourists, similar to Taiwan's $5,000 handout, and a revival of the We Travel Together co-payment scheme, but focused on non-major cities or weekdays. He also urged the new government to maintain policies supporting tourism, such as visa-free entry and aviation hub development, while reconsidering the extension of foreign land leases and condo ownerships, which could lead to illegal short-term rentals competing with licensed hotels. The THA continues to back industry events like the Food and Hospitality Thailand 2024, currently taking place at the Queen Sirikit National Convention Centre. And finally, the Olympic Council of Asia has cancelled the 6th Asian Indoor and Martial Arts Games in Bangkok-Chonburi after the organising committee failed to meet the criteria outlined in the host city contract by the August 19th deadline. The AIMAG Organisation Committee had previously assured the OCA at the 43rd General Assembly in May that all requirements would be met by July of this year. However, following an emergency OCA Executive Board meeting on August 15th, it was decided that the Games would be cancelled unless 9 specific conditions were satisfied by the deadline. These conditions were not met, forcing the OCA to cancel the event. The OCA expressed its regret for the impact on athletes and emphasized that the decision was made in their best interests. The Council will coordinate with the National Olympic Committee to provide necessary support to affected athletes. The OCA also stated that Thailand could reapply to host the AIMAG after the next edition in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in 2026.